You don't need to feel the silence. You don't need to feel the silence. The quiet feels unfamiliar sometimes, like something you need to escape. Like if you stay too long within it, it might begin to take shape. But what if silence isn't empty? What if it's something gentle instead? Like a soft night sky surrounding you, holding everything unsaid. You don't need to feel every moment. You don't need to chase the sound. There is comfort in the stillness when you allow it to be around. Let the silence come closer. Let it stay without fear. Because within that quiet space, something real becomes clear. Silence wrap around you like the calm of endless skies. Let the silence gently hold you without questions, without why. And in that space without resistance, you'll feel a deeper kind of peace. Not something loud or overwhelming, but something that doesn't cease. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to figure it all out. You've been trying to make sense of everything, every thought, every feeling, every change. Looking for answers in every direction, trying to rearrange what feels strange. But some things don't need answers. Some things don't need to be clear. Some moments are meant to be felt, not understood while you're here. You don't have to solve your life tonight. You don't have to connect every piece. You don't have to know where this leads. You can simply allow your mind to release. move ahead, you'll feel calm begin to rise where your thoughts once led. Don't ignore the time. Don't ignore it this time. You've been avoiding the quiet because it feels too unfamiliar, because it brings up things you'd rather not consider. But what if this silence is different? What if it's not something to fear? What if it's trying to show you something that only appears when you're here? Not everything loud is helpful. Not everything quiet is pain. Sometimes the stillest moments are where you begin again. This moment isn't empty. It's not something to escape. It's a space where something real can slowly take shape. This quiet moment is helping you, even if you don't feel it yet. This quiet moment is holding you in ways you might forget. And if you stay just a little longer, without trying to leave, you might discover something you've never allowed yourself to believe. It's okay to stop just for a moment. It's okay to stop just for a moment. You've been moving like everything depends on you, like every second has to be used, like slowing down would cause everything to suddenly come loose. But nothing is breaking in this moment. Nothing is collapsing around you. The world is still moving quietly. Even if you stop what you do, you don't have to carry the pace forever. You don't have to keep You can leave it behind. You can leave it behind. Yesterday still feels close, like it hasn't really gone. Like everything that happened is still quietly holding on. Every mistake, every moment, every word you wish you changed, feels like it's following you, like something still rearranged. But what if yesterday can end here? What if it doesn't follow you through? What if you can leave it behind without needing to undo? Not everything needs to be carried, not everything needs to stay. Some things are meant to be released at the end of the day. You don't have to carry yesterday. You can let it fade away. You don't have to hold it tight. You can release it tonight. And that release something opens a space that feels more free. Not empty, not unclear, but lighter than it used to be. You don't have to keep going. You've been walking longer than you realize, through moments you never stopped to feel, carrying things you never spoke about, holding pain you tried to conceal. Every step brought you here somehow, even when you thought you were lost, even when nothing made sense, and everything came with a cost. But now you're here, and that's enough. You don't need to go any further tonight. You don't need to keep searching. You don't need to keep the fight. This moment is not asking anything from you. It's not expecting you to be more. It's just a quiet space waiting for you to finally pause at the door. You finally made it here. Just rest now. You don't need to ask yourself how. You finally made it here. Just stay. Let everything slowly fade away. And in that stillness, something soft appears, a calm you haven't felt in years. Not something loud or hard to find, but something resting in your mind. You don't have to explain. try to label everything to make it easier to hold. But not everything needs a meaning, not everything must be controlled. You are allowed to feel without knowing why. You are allowed to exist within the unknown. Not every emotion needs a story. Not every feeling needs to be shown. Sometimes the mind doesn't need answers. Sometimes the heart just needs space to exist without explanation, to move at its own pace. You're allowed to feel, just feel it now. You don't need to ask yourself how. You're allowed to feel, let it be, even without clarity. And slowly, through that openness, something soft begins to grow. A deeper sense of acceptance in what you don't need to know. There's no timeline you have to follow. You've been comparing every step you take to where you think you should be now. Looking at others moving forward and wondering how it feels like you're falling behind, like time has moved without you, like there's something you should have done that you somehow didn't do. But life isn't a single path, there's no exact way to arrive. Everyone moves in different rhythms, everyone learns how to survive. You are not late, you are not wrong, you are not missing your chance. You are simply walking your own path in your own quiet dance. You're not behind, just take your time. You're not behind, your path is mine. You're not behind, just stay true. There's nothing wrong with you. And slowly you begin to see that your pace is where you need to be. Not too slow, not too fast, just exactly built to last. didn't give up. There were moments you almost stopped, moments that felt too hard to hold, times when everything felt heavy and your world turned quiet and cold. You didn't always know what to do, you didn't always know how to cope, but somehow through everything you kept holding on to hope. Even when it didn't feel like strength, even when it felt like breaking, there was something inside you still quietly waking. And now you're here still breathing, still standing in this place. And that alone is something that nothing can replace. You're still here, and that means something. Even if you feel like nothing, you're still here. Can't you see? There's more than enough to be. And slowly you begin to feel that survival itself is real. Not weakness, not defeat, but strength that refuses to retreat. You can fall apart, yeah, it's okay. You've been carrying more than anyone can see, holding everything together behind a quiet face. Every time you felt like breaking, you found a way to hide it in place. Every word you didn't say, every feeling you pushed down, built a weight inside your chest that followed you around. But tonight, you don't need to pretend anymore. You don't need to keep yourself so controlled. You can let your guard slowly fall. You don't have to stay strong like before. There's a space here that doesn't judge you, a moment where nothing needs to be fixed, where every broken piece you've been holding can finally exist. You don't have to hold it all tonight. You don't have to win this fight. You don't have to carry the weight. You don't have to hesitate. In that moment when you release, even just a little bit, you feel something soften inside, a quiet sense you can't resist. You don't need to explain anymore. All the words you never found, all the thoughts you kept inside, every time you wanted to speak but chose instead to hide, every emotion left unnamed, every truth you couldn't share still exists within your quiet. connection, not a fix, but a softer connection to you. I know it feels overwhelming right now, like everything is pressing in at once, like your thoughts are louder than you can handle, and there's nowhere left to run. It's easier to escape, to distract, to move away before it gets too real, to avoid the weight inside your chest instead of learning